welcome. Good morning. Thank you all for joining me for the third live workout in January, the third live workout of Row 31. And no surprise, we'll be doing the same as we've done the last 2 weeks. We will start with a nice warm up. I say nice, I feel like a couple of you probably could do with a little bit more of a warm up, so apologies. Obviously, I don't want to run into too much of your day, so hopefully those who need it have done a little bit beforehand. Don't be afraid to, or just ease into it in those intervals. That's always an option. We'll do a few bursts at the end of the warm up, and then we'll go into the actual set of workout, and then we'll do a little stretch, and then we'll be done for the day. We can go off to work or the sofa, nice and smug in the knowledge that we don't need to do anything more if we don't want to. So if you'd all, I'd say hop onto your machine. I'm going to hop on my machine. You're already there, and we will start with the warm up. Just going to do a steady 4-minute row starting at rate 20, nice and easy. And we'll go from there. So if we're all ready, handles up, and off we go. And I obviously forgot to make the point that we are live streaming to Facebook. I am spotlit, so no one should be able to see anyone else on the live stream except me. They'll only hear me, but if you come off mute at any point, obviously you will be heard. But it looks like you're all on mute, which is good. You just get the joys of uninterrupted Claire waffle for half an hour. Can't complain too much. Well, you can't complain at all because you're on mute. So you've got no choice. Right. Sitting up tall, remembering that this bit of the warm up is purely about getting the body moving. Having lain in bed all night, everything needs to just loosen up a little bit. So explore the range. If anything feels a bit tight, just ease into it gently. And we'll sit here for another minute or so, just moving through the motions. Good. It's also a good time for you to get the muscle memory going. Start embedding good technique now, so that when we get tired or when we get quicker, there's less chance of losing it at those higher rates. So we want to be sitting tall, rocking from our pelvis, from our hips. So you should feel the front of the seat as you rock forward. You should feel the front of the seat on the hamstrings. You want to be sitting out of your pelvis, so you're sitting up, engaging your trunk. Then arms go long to lead you up the slide and stay long as you drive back. Okay, let's take it up 2 pips on the rate now to 22, just a little bit more power in the legs. Just push away a little bit harder and move a little bit quicker. That's it. And we're going to take it up another 2 pips to 24. Let's go. Trying to keep those arms long, legs working, back strong. Excellent. Wind it back down to 20, but with a little bit of power that you didn't have at the start. So you just hear a little bit more noise from your machine, whatever it is, water gurgling, fan blowing, magnetizing. Last few strokes. One more. And relax it there for a second. Oh, it happens every time. Always get out of breath at the start. Right, we're going into our little bursts. We'll do 30 seconds with a 10-second build into the rate. First one at rate 26-ish, so it shouldn't actually feel that fast. Second one as high as we can get it. That will feel terrible. And then the third one will be that sweet spot that we talked about last week, somewhere in the 28 to 30 region. And that should be where we feel like we can get power on. We're moving through smoothly, but we're not going so crazy. Okay, let's come up to the front. We'll start with a 10-second build to rate 26 with a bit of power. Ready, go. 10 seconds to find the rate. And once you're on rate, hold it. We go for power now. 30 seconds. Keep a bit of control. Driving off that foot plate. 10 more seconds. And ease it back down. Okay, well, that got the heart going a little bit. This next one gets it going a little bit more. So in a second, we'll do a 10-second build to ideally something over 30. If you can't do it, it's obviously all relative. You just want to feel like you're moving quickly, really quickly. So think about the hands away, that leads you back up the slide. Got it? Right then, let's do 10-second build into fast rate. Off we go. Find a bit of power with it as well. Try and stay long. We go for 30 seconds now. Working fast, working efficiently. That's it, well done. Last 5. And wind it down there. That definitely wakes the body up and the brain a little bit. Final burst is going to lead us into the aim for the rest of the session. So I want you to think a little bit more concertedly this time around whether it's 28 or 30 or 26, whatever ends up being your comfortable, strong one that sat somewhere in the middle. Strong effort, no rush. We'll do that, then we'll chat through the session and get on with it. Coming up to the front, 10-second build to rate 28-30. Let's go. And we're away. 30 seconds. Strong, powerful, but finding a rhythm. That's it, last 10. And relax it there. Okie doke. Hopefully we feel sufficiently warm now. The deal with the session is obviously, as always, 10 rounds of 1 minute on, 1 minute off. Grab a quick drink if you want it before we start. We'll set our screens. If you haven't got anything like that, just follow me and I'll do the timing. What I'd like for today's session is, last week we went up in rate. So for those who were either with me live, following the Facebook Live, or caught up, you will have tried. We tried to get up to 32, 34. Crazy, crazy. Everyone came back saying, I think my sweet spot is about whatever. That's what we're sitting on today. I want you to slightly hedge your bets in the first.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we've got someone else on. Oh no, we're okay. I'd like you to slightly hedge your bets in the first one. I want you to feel fresh because I want us to try and sit on that exact rate the whole way through. The added challenge is this myth of a negative split. The idea being you just go a little bit faster each time. For those of you who've got control, you might well be able to do that by just thinking, I'm going to knock 0.2 of a second off each time. For those of us who've got less control, it's not as easy to guarantee. So I want you to think more about the rate, hit the rate, find the rhythm, and you could almost shut your eyes and you'll probably be doing the same split because you've got that feel of effort. Best case scenario, we get to the end of the 10 and we're in our consistency phase. We get very similar distances, very similar splits each time. Deal? Fabulous. I saw a thumbs up, that's all I need. Just the one. Gary, you're speaking for the group now. We will set our workout, new workout, intervals, time, and then 1 minute on, 1 minute off. I'm obviously talking from a concept 2 perspective. If you've got other machines, they'll probably be set in different ways, but you should be able to set it. If you can't, no big deal. Right, let's get ourselves ready. Feet in. I'm going to tick it. Are we ready? I think we're good to go. Right, we're going to pick handles up, find that rhythm in rep 1. Ready, set, go. 1 minute. Find your rhythm. Probably similar to what we just did in the burst. Moving through efficiently, but with a bit of power in those legs. Good stuff. Feeling it comfortable. Last 15, just hold it here. And relax. Well done. Now, if you've got numbers on your screen, what you see stroke rate wise isn't necessarily the stroke rate for the whole minute. It's what you were doing at the end. So over the next few, just try and look at that number, think about that number, sit in the region of that. One either side is always good. And the odds are you'll probably average the same or close enough throughout. 25 seconds. By the end of this, I will get better at talking and not breathing so heavily down the mic. Sorry about that. 15 seconds, round 2. This is consistency. Remember, this is the trick for today. If you want a little push, you can find a little bit more pace in the legs, but there's no requirement to. In 3, 2, 1, go. Just find that rhythm again. That's what we want. Because replicating the rhythm probably means replicating the effort level and the drive. There we go. Back on it. Sitting tall, keeping that handle moving. Ten seconds. Well done. Round 2. Nice deep breaths. Hopefully, as these reps go, you'll find it easier and quicker to get back into that rhythm. The more you do, the more your body will remember it, and the quicker it'll go back there. Just don't forget, I know I'm talking about the rhythm, meaning that the power will likely be the same too. As we get tired, no guarantee. So make sure you're focusing, like we said last week, feet on the foot plate. When you rock forward, you should feel the weight move onto the foot plate, and you want it to stay there for as long as you can. Then try and point your toes when you lean back slightly, so you've still got connection. 5 seconds, round 3, sitting tall. Ready, go. Straight back on that rhythm. Then find the legs. Good stuff, halfway. Full on rhythm. Drive the foot plate away. Ten seconds. And we made it. Have a moment, have a drink if you need it. Maybe just a little slurp. And breathe. I remembered what I was going to say. I said it a little bit last week. Said it a bit this morning again. The handle. We want discipline. I know I keep banging on about legs, body, arms, arms, body, legs. And everyone thinks, I know that now. Let's take it up a level. But the basics matter. So we're in this finished position. Make sure it's the handle that leads you there. Arms, body, legs. The higher the rate, the easier that should happen. It's also very easy to think, I've got to go again, and everything happens at the same time. We've got to go again. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Find the rhythm straight away. And then put a little bit of power down. There we go. Keeping that handle moving, letting it lead you up the slide. Arms long. Good stuff, folks. Keep it up. Last 10. And relax. Every time I go into the rep and I think about what I've just been saying to you, because I use it too, it always prompts the next thing. So I'm going to apologize now for the fact that this is going to be a story. We're going to go from rep to rep, leading ourselves through this journey. I hate that word, but you know what I mean. I'm with you on it. I'm on it with you. That the reason we want the arms to lead away is because when they're long at the front, we can hang off the handle. We can just leave it out there and drive with our legs. If we do this, poor little upper body's got to kick in way early. So on this rep in 10 seconds, we're going to leave those arms out there and really hang off the handle. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. So send the arms away and then leave them out there. On rhythm, feeling controlled, feeling strong. If you get out of rhythm, reset. Discipline at the back, send those arms away. 15 seconds. And relax. I totally went early there. I mean, slowed down early. My bad. Okay, deep breaths. Halfway. After the next one, it's all downhill. When I said earlier about the reset, if you lose your rhythm, it was because I did. And I know it was because I was trying to reach for a bit extra, because you all think about long strokes. But you're stronger and more effective if you stay within your range. So rather than reaching here, you want to sit up, maintain that position with your back as you drive. Trust me, that will look better and the rhythm will feel better. So if you lose it, control off the back end, reach out. Don't reach out. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Badly timed, Claire. Focus in, people. Straight back on the rhythm. Straight back on the rate. There we go. Long and strong, but effective. Efficient range, don't overreach. Looking good. On rhythm, on pace. "15 seconds. Well done, relax it there. Nice deep breath. I'm going to leave you on this one. Haven't got the breath to waffle. 4 reps. That's a complete lie. I always have the breath for waffle. So in order to maintain that strong position, think about shoulder blades, long arms, and push. Like I said, if there's any kind of pull, you've wasted it. You want to maintain that through towards the finish. So remembering the basics: legs, body, arms, that way. Arms, body, legs, that way. You know what I mean. 5 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, go. From the word go, we drive off the foot plate. Long arms, strong body. Straight on rhythm. That's it. Push that foot plate away. Power in those legs. "15 seconds. Keep it there. Keep working all the way through. And relax. Every time I have these intervals, I think of myself as a radio DJ. You know, the really good ones that can waffle between songs talk through the intro to a song, but stop talking the second before the actual singing starts. That's what we're aiming for. Didn't go so well in the last few. I either gave us too much time or not enough. Nice deep breaths. Hopefully we've got that rhythm going now. We just need to keep it. In the last few, can always add a little squeeze in the legs. Long arms, drive the foot plate away. It's simple. 10 seconds, round number 8. We are on this. In 3, 2, 1, go. Keeping it long, keeping it strong. Straight on rhythm, find that pace. Looking good. Keep those arms long. Lead yourself up the slide. Ten seconds. Relax. I'm slowly looking at my meters every set and trying my best to do that sneaky little negative split-ish, or just literally 1 meter further each time. Maybe not each time, sometimes. We've got 2 left. I feel like I've actually slightly overloaded myself and you with all the little points, which is why I'm bringing it back to long arms and the basics with that drive off the foot plate. In these final 2, option 1 is to do what you're doing in this one and go crazy in the last. I know you like to go crazy. Or we go a little bit crazy now and a little bit crazier in the last. Your call. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Find rhythm first, then find power. Keep it long for now. Keep that control. Looking good. With 20 seconds to go, now is when you can go a bit crazy, but just a little. Take the rate up a little, squeeze the legs on a little, or just focus in. And relax. Oh, I tried to go crazy a little, and then I couldn't speak, which is why you got the blah in the middle of that. 1 rep left. Well done, folks. So good, so good. At least this one should feel a bit more controlled than last week's. This point last week, we were just trying to go for it. And actually, if you hit that sweet spot and you get your rhythm, it could almost feel fun. Yeah, a little bit, just a little bit. 1 final rep, all you've got to do today. A little bit cool down, stretch, easy bit. 20 seconds. I would recommend for anyone who is going to go a bit crazy, don't go from the start unless you really want to see how long you can hold it. But I'd say go strong and build. In 3, 2, 1, go. So find your rhythm and then just try and squeeze a little bit harder from the word go. But we don't go crazy. We just move a bit quicker or squeeze a bit longer. Good. Arms long, body strong. Drive that foot plate. Halfway. $20. What have you got? Have you got any more in you? Keep the control. Keep the basics. Push hard. And go for home. And relax. Just keep moving gently. I'll come back to you in a second when I can breathe and talk at the same time. Well done. Okay. If you want to reset your screen for the cool down, by all means do. We're just going to go into a couple of minutes, really gentle rowing, straight away now, and then we'll stretch out. So still thinking basics. Long arms. Weight comes forward and then you drive off the foot plate. And just while you've got a bit of focus, when I'm saying long arms and you're doing it, because obviously we are all trying to improve our own technique a bit, does the handle follow your feet down? Or does it go in a pretty straight line? We want it in a pretty straight line. Even if you're an on-water rower and you're used to tapping down to get the oar out of the water, you still wouldn't tap down and then follow your feet down. So maintain a bit of control and a bit of engagement in the arms, even in this last bit. One final technical point. You've got 40 seconds to practice it, and then you just got to remember it. Last 20 seconds or so, just moving through, loosening everything off as we did at the start. One more stroke, and you can put your handles down and take your feet out. We are done with the rowing. We just need to stretch. We'll do it seated again. Obviously, any variations you may or may not know. You can stand, you can lie on the floor. I'm just going to stay here if I can. Wedge myself in place. We're going to go with glutes first. One ankle on the opposite knee. And just try and open the hip out. This is the figure 4 stretch if you're lying on your back and you pull your other leg in towards you. Or you could do this standing, or any variation of a pigeon or anything else like that, but hopefully this works. Alternatively, actually, you can just pull your knee in as far as you can and then pull it across your body towards your opposite shoulder, and you should feel it in the outside of the hip as well. Slightly different muscles, but it's still worth stretching those. Excellent. We can swap that over to your other side, do whatever variation you want to. Same one you did on the other one, so you're nice and even. And just breathe. I think I can finally speak without panting too much, which is always a joy. Excellent. We'll go hamstrings next, so you can stay seated. Just put one foot out in front, long straight leg, and hinge towards it so you feel the stretch down the back of the leg. Or you can do this standing or kneeling as well. If you can't reach your toes, it doesn't matter. Just sort of reach down your shin. And if you need to soften the knee a little bit to feel more of a stretch or it's more comfortable, then that's absolutely fine too. Excellent, we'll swap that over. What a way to start the day, huh? Definitely wakes you up. Excellent. Final one's going to be quads. I am going to stand up, so my head's going to disappear. I hold on to my machine, just kick one foot up behind, feel the stretch down the front of the leg. Excellent, and you can swap, excuse me, swap sides. Excellent, I'm going to come back to seated, just for a few upper body. I'm going to go hands out behind, shoulders back, just feel the stretch across the chest and into the arms. Then we're going to take it out in front and just push away as far as you can. Feel the stretch between your shoulder blades. And then a nice big stretch up to finish. You can go side to side a little bit if you want. But generally just think tall thoughts, reach to the ceiling, and you are done.